Mindfulness. My name is George Ethan Cox. I'm your certified yoga instructor, and it's good to be back with y'all. First things first, you may notice that I don't have my long hair anymore, and I wanted to inform you this as a great opportunity since it is the summertime. Uh, if you have long hair and you're just trying to make a change, or if you want to positively impact a young person, I recommend you donating to Wigs for Kids. I have the website attached to this post as well. So if you're interested in learning more, go to www.wigsforkids.org and make your donation today. So with that being said, we have an awesome class that's beginner friendly today. This is all about practicing mindfulness, and it's going to be about an hour long. And so we can continue keeping free classes, show your support to Wilkes Recovery Revolution as well as Hive Fitness Studios. With their partnership, this is all possible. Thank you guys for making this all happen. And with that being said, I am honored to get to share this practice with you. So roll out your yoga mats or find a place that you feel comfortable moving in. Find something to wear that you feel comfortable moving in, and we'll begin. We're going to get started right away. So find a nice comfortable seat in a cross-legged position, or if you want to sit on your knees, if that's more comfortable for you. Also preface that, again, I'm going to make this as beginner friendly as possible, but if there's any poses that do not feel comfortable or safe for you, ease off, find a resting position. It's okay. There's no judgment here. Just want to give you the best out of your practice today. But first, we're going to start nice and easy pose. So cross your legs. Find yourself getting nice and settled. Take your time. Imagine grounding into the floor beneath you. Feel supported in this posture. And let's begin by placing one hand on our heart and the other hand right below our belly buttons. Let's take a deep breath all together here. Inhale. Exhale it out. Together again, deep breath in. Feel the rise of your hands with the inhale. And sigh it all out. Relax your shoulders. See if you can't bring your chest up just a hair, your heart center. Imagine your heart is pressing into your palm as you breathe in. So breathe in all together once again. And exhale. Close your eyes. Take a few more slow, smooth breaths at your own pace. Letting go of the day so far, letting go of the to-do list and putting it aside. Set an intention for your practice. Maybe it's to build a little strength. Maybe it's to promote mindfulness. Maybe it's being present in the current moment. Whatever it is for you, set your intentions now. Couple more breaths. Nice long spine here. Chin parallel to the floor. Head over your heart over your pelvis. Awesome. All right, go ahead and place your hands at your sides. We're going to start with some neck movements here. So simply, it's very easy. You just inhale, find length. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Roll your left ear over towards your left shoulder to start. Keep your heart nice and lifted. If you need a guide, place your thumb on your sternum to lift your heart up. Left ear to left shoulder grounds down. A good way to help with that is to pull, imagine a rope pulling your elbow down towards the ground. Keep those hearts lifted, breathe. Maybe you take your right fingers and place them a little further to your right, just reaching out, getting a really good stretch in the right shoulder, the right part of the neck. And just hold this pose for just a few more seconds. Inhale. Exhale, round forward, chin to chest. And nice and slowly, we'll make our way to the other side. So bringing your right ear to the right shoulder this time. Heart stays lifted. Dropping the right shoulder, keeping your left shoulder grounded as well. And then bringing your left fingertips to the floor. Finding a nice stretch in that left side of your neck and your left shoulder. If you're not used to sitting in a comfortable seat like this with your heart lifted, it's okay if you want to grab a pillow or a block to place underneath your glutes. This class that I'm directing is without props, but of course if you have them available, go for it. Breathe deep. 1 or 2 more breaths here, my friends. Inhale in. Exhale, roll forward. Nice and slow, chin to chest. And on your next inhale, carve a line with the nose to look forward. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to do a little flow here with our arms. To do so, place your hands to your sides here. Inhale, flip the palms up and lift to the sky for fingertips to touch at the crest of your inhale. And exhale, flow it down, all the way down. Inhale, palms flip, reach up. Pull the thumbs back, fingertips touch perhaps. Exhale, palms flip again, facing down this time. Exhale. Now do 2 or 3 more, using your breath as your guide here. Inhaling to lift. Exhale to float down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to float down. This time, we're going to inhale to lift. Exhale, float your right hand down to your left knee, left palm behind you for a twist. Keep your heart nice and lifted here. Breathe in to find length in the spine. And exhale, draw your navel in and see if you can't deepen the twists. Avoid any crunching though. This can be nice and gentle and still reap the benefits of a good full body experience. Inhale, find length. Exhale, draw the navel in, deepen your twist. Awesome. Inhale, back to center. Reach the palms back up towards the sky. Wiggle those fingers. And exhale, float it down to the right side this time. Left palm to right knee, right palm behind you. Heart lifts. Nice twist. Breathe. We're just warming up the spine here, getting ready for movement. Taking conscious breaths here. Next inhale, float up. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, so from here, we're going to place our palms to our sides, lean back a bit so we can set ourselves up for a pike twist and stretch. So bring your right heel in towards the body here and your left leg out long. Make sure your toes are nice and active, reaching toward your face. And then bring your torso nice and centered here. So best way I've known to do this is to take your left palm and place it on your right thigh or knee. And simply inhale, lift. Remember those inhale arm lifts. We're going to inhale, lift that right arm up into the sky. And exhale, fold over to reach your right fingers to your left toes. Pull those elbows back here. It's okay, obviously, if you don't reach those toes, but you do want to reach towards them. Breathe into the lower right side of your body. Get a good deep stretch here. It's okay to ease off if you feel any pain here. Just move back an inch or two. Just take your time. Really use your breath to feel the space increase with each inhale. And find softness with every exhale. All right. This time, inhale to lift the hand back up. And exhale. We're going to counter this by doing a baby file thing. So, peek at me. Place your right hand to your right side. You're going to roll onto that right knee, and then you pull that left hand back here, opening the heart space, spiraling open. Breathe, wiggle those fingers, and exhale, bring it all down. Awesome. That should feel really good. All right. So from here, we're going to bring our both hands up this time. We're going to forward fold towards our left toes. So as you inhale and have your hands up into the sky, rotate your torso so your heart space is pointed at your toes and your toes towards your face. Breathe in, wiggle the fingers, and exhale, paint a wall down. Forward fold to the left leg. Feel that stretch in the lower right body once more. Again, you don't need to have your head as low as mine is. You can have your hands right here next to your knee. They can be down next to your calves here, or all the way to your foot if that suits you. Just warming up the body. Nothing needs to be pushed or forced here. Just keep your toes nice and active. All right, inhale, walk your hands back up. We're going to switch sides. All right, bring your left heel in towards the pelvis, right leg nice and long outward. Toes pointing towards your face. All right, place your right hand on the left thigh this time. Inhale up, the left hand, and exhale over. Reach your left hand to the right toes. Pull the left elbow back, heart nice and open. Breathe. Grounding down with the right thigh. Keeping those toes active to protect the knee. Breathe deep. Inhale. Exhale, kind of cartwheel that left hand down, place it to your left, and inhale, roll onto that knee, lift the right hand up and beyond for a miniature wild thing. Open the heart space, spiral, and exhale, let it all down. Swoop your arms up, pivot your torso towards your right foot this time, and exhale, float the hands down for a forward fold down the right side of the body. Breathe here. All right, use your hands to walk yourself back up. Keep your left foot where it is and cross your right foot over the left thigh, like so. We're going to do another twist here. So place your right palm behind you or near behind you. Take your left elbow and hook it to the outer edge of the right knee and twist to your right. Breathe here. Keep your heart nice and lifted. Be mindful. If you feel any pain again, ease off. Be mindful of these things. Yoga is not about pushing anything or forcing. It's about finding what feels good in the body and promoting mindfulness and promoting the breath. Beautiful. All right, we're going to switch. Unravel the legs. Bring in the right heel this time. And then take that left ankle to the outside of the right thigh. And then hook your right knee to the left of the left knee. Or right elbow to the left of the left knee. And twist. Breathe deep here, my friends. Really take stock of your breath. When your mind begins to wander, especially. One more inhale. And exhale, unravel. Let's all meet in all fours. Take your time getting here. Make sure you're very meticulous by putting your wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And we'll do a little cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly, arc the back, downward, heart lifts. Exhale, reach the spine towards the sky, draw the navel in, and drop the head. Now use your breath, use your inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat pose. Take your time, use your breath as your guide. Do one or two more. All right. So we're going to do some knee circles. So to do that, make sure you have your fingertips nice and wide, claw into those fingertips for support. And we're going to kick up the right heel like so. So your leg is making a bit of a 90-degree angle. And you want to kind of hike it over and then make a circle with the knee. Make sure you're having equal distribution of weight on both palms. And I want you to make several of these circles with your knees here. So use your inhale to lift the leg, exhale to bring it back. Take your time, go nice and slowly here. Again, you may feel that weight is heavier on one hand than the other. See if you can redistribute that weight. Press firmly to the fingertips. All right, let's switch rotation, opposite direction this time. All right, squeeze that right knee in towards the chest and bring that foot through in between the palms here for a low lunge. Maybe find a little bounciness, a little buoyancy, opening up the hips here, the left hip flexor in particular. Open the heart space, lift up onto your fingertips perhaps. Breathe. Make sure your front knee is above the front ankle. And for support, squeeze your legs together into an imaginary middle line. All right, so take your right hand, place it onto your right thigh, right behind your knee, and press into it to open the heart space to the right, keeping your left hand grounded. And release. And then this time we're going to walk our hips back. Keep that front, well, straighten out the front leg. Maybe if you need to back up that back leg, you may. And straighten the toes to reach towards your face, runner's lunge. This doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't even have to have it perfectly straight. Just make sure you can get a good stretch in the hamstrings here. Breathe into it. All right, walk it forward. Roll through that front ankle, step that back knee up just a hair, and bring it back. Oh, beautiful. All right, plant those hands, really claw into those fingertips, and we're going to kick that right leg back up, make it nice and straight this time. And for a little abdominal practice, a little strengthening right here, we're going to just lift that left hand up. Make it nice and parallel to the floor, nice and long here. Breathe. Just doing this for a few seconds, no need to fret. Press into those tops of your left foot. And lower that left hand now. Just keep that back foot out and point your toes away from the body. We're going to do some toe taps. So just keep your leg nice and straight and tap that toe to the floor and lift it back up. We're going to do it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. All right, bring your knees apart, toes together, walk your hips back. Child's pose for 2 breaths here. Just open up the back body, breathe into that space. And on your next inhale, bring yourself back up to all fours. And we're going to do this again on the left side this time. So we're going to do a cat-cow if you want to, but if you're ready, go ahead and kick that left foot up, keeping that 90-degree angle in the leg, and pike it and make rotation. Do some circles with the left knee this time, keeping equal distribution of the weight in both hands. Claw into those fingertips. Breathe. All right, switch rotation, opposite direction this time. Doing wonderfully. This time, squeeze that knee into the nose and plant the left foot in between the palms this time. Lift up onto your fingertips, find a little buoyancy, nice little stretch in the hand, not in the hamstrings, I'm sorry, in the hip flexors. Open the heart, shoulders back just a hair. Squeeze into an imaginary line here. When you're ready, place your left palm onto your left thigh. Press to open your heart to the left. Breathe in. And exhale, bring it back down. Walk your hips back, straightening the left leg for runner's lunge. Again, back that back knee away or behind if needed. Keep those toes active. Breathe here into the hamstrings. As I've said many times before, we carry a lot of stress in our legs. So important to stretch those, especially when we're going to be working them. And then walk the hands forward and roll that heel back to that positioning. Now bring that foot back, and we're going to go into all fours once again. So we're doing the left side this time, starting with kicking the left foot up, making it nice and straight. Then engage the abdominals, drawing in the navel, and reach your right hand out parallel to the floor. Breathe. And we'll lower the right hand in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Point the left toes away from the body and we'll do 8 taps. So drop the toes, lift. Drop the toes, lift, and we got 6 more. Activating the glutes here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Knees slightly apart, toes together. 1 more child's pose. Breathe here. One more breath. Breathe into the shoulder blades. And on your next inhale, back to all fours. Walk your hands up just a step, and then curl your toes under and peel your hips up to the sky for our very first downward dog of the day. Pedal these out here. Reach your heart space towards your knees. And when you find yourself nice and settled, take 2 or 3 breaths here. Claw to those fingertips to take the pressure out from the wrists. Reach your tailbone to the sky. All right, from here, we're going to take 1 step at a time, walking up to the top half of our mat until we reach forward fold. Kind of ragdoll here. Knees can be bent as generously as you want. Just taking a moment to find release in the low back. Maybe find a gentle sway from side to side. Say yes with your head and then no. Maybe grabbing hold of each elbow and swaying gently from each side. All right. Keep those knees nice and bent. We're going to inhale, lift halfway, and then extend our arms in front of us. And we're suddenly in chair pose. Pull those thumbs up, and we're going to do some engagement. We're going to do little baby pulses here with our legs. We're just kind of activating the legs here. We're feeling alive today. Maybe sink a little deeper. 3, 2, 1, and press up, all the way up to Dasana. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Awesome. Inhale, we're going to lift the hands back up into the sky. Take your right hand and wrap it around the left wrist. Think up and over as you do a full left side body stretch. Kind of press your left hip away to the left side to kind of counter that. Breathe, pulling those elbows back. And release. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, from here, we're going to go into a tree pose. It's a little off from my normal formula, but I think little change up is nice for everything and everyone. So find a focal point right in front of you where you can focus your attention. We're going to bend that left knee and pivot it out and slide that left leg up the right. Now you can place your left leg on your shin or calf here, or bring it all the way up into your thighs. But do not place your heel directly on your knee. You want to keep that off for safety and to promote just a better experience. Now you can keep your hands at your heart center here, keeping your eye on your focal point. And if you wish to find a bit more, you can reach both hands up towards the sky. Breathe here. Keeping that left knee nice and pivot outward. Find an opening here. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Beautiful. All right, so from here, we're going to we're going to have our hands to our heart and then slide our left toes back into high lunge. Inhale, swoop the arms up. And again, we're moving back with the baby pulses. Now, while we're doing these baby pulses, it's okay to have a nice bend in the back knee, especially so if you have a posterior tilt like I do, you can kind of scoop your pelvis in and bring it underneath the heart space. Pulsing, got 5, 4, and I know it's beginner friendly, doesn't mean it can't be hard also. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Pull the thumbs back, inhale, exhale, float the palms down. Bring the front foot back and bring ourselves to plank. Inhale here, exhale, drop to the right knee, plant your right palm in the middle, pivot the back leg, and bring your left thumb back for a bit of extended side angle action here. Press firmly into the right foot. For a little more, you can point the left toes and lift them up, like so. And we're going to do some more toe taps. We'll have 8 of these, so we got 2, 3, peek if you need to, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bring it back down. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lower all the way down to our bellies. And we're going to bring our hands all the way up and beyond our heads here. We got a bit of a locust variation. So we're going to inhale, lift our left hand, right foot, and head. Exhale, release. Inhale, right hand and left leg. Release. Switch. Inhale, left side, hand and right leg. Exhale, release, and switch. Inhale. Release. One more each side. And last side. Beautiful. From here, we are going to move into Sphinx pose. So bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, just kind of opening the heart a bit, pressing our pelvis into the mats here, pressing the tops of our feet as well. Just being mindful of the areas of the floor that meet our bodies. Find length in the head, chin slightly inward. Finding length in the back of the head and the neck. Beautiful. All right, from here, lift up to all fours and walk your hands forward into puppy pose. For a wonderful heart opener, opening in the armpit chest as well. Maybe you find a little sway of the head from side to side. Just 1 or 2 breaths here. And when you're ready, walk your hands back. Bring your feet and knees together this time, legs together. And we're going into child's pose, Balasana. Swing your arms around you. Breathe into the back body. Beautiful. All right. Back to all fours. Walk your hands up a step. And we're meeting again in downward facing dog. We're going to do the other side this time, you guys. Breathe here, a breath or 2. And then slowly step or walk or hop all the way up to the top. Again, invitation to shake your head yes and no. And sway to side, knees bent generously. All right. Inhale, half lift, reach your hands in front of you, bend those knees into chair pose, look forward. Baby pulses here for 5, 4, draw the navel in 3, 2, 1, and press up all the way, lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. All right, guys. Inhale, we reach our hands back up to the sky. This time, we're taking our right wrist and wrapping our left hand around it. Think up and over to the left this time, pressing your right hip out. Breathe deep. Breathe into that right side body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart once more. All right, tree pose. The other side. Bend the right knee and open it to the right side. Pivot it out. And then slide that right foot to the calf of your left leg. If that's good for you and you want a little more, bring it all the way up to your thigh. Now, don't feel discouraged if your leg doesn't meet all the way up here. Everyone's in a different position. Everyone's in a different place, and it can change by the day. So If you could do it yesterday and you can't today, don't feel discouraged. Just focus on your dristi, your point of focus, where it's right in front of you. Draw in those navels, bring the core engagement here. Press your foot firmly into your thigh or your calf, but do not put your foot onto your knee. Again, if you feel comfortable here and you want a little more, you can reach your hands up towards the sky. Breathe deep. Full body mindfulness. Imagine your foot rooted down and spreading up into the sky. Inhale, exhale, lower the feet, bring the hands to heart. This time sliding your right foot back to a high lunge. Bend that back knee to bring your pelvis inward under the heart space. And do little baby pulses here. Wake, we are awake here, we're live. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gorgeous. From here, we're going to lower our hands all the way down, bring our left foot back, and we will meet in plank. This time we're going to drop the left knee here. Place your left palm in the middle, and then stretch your right foot out all the way. And bring your right hand all the way up, and exhale over. Press firmly into your left foot onto the mat. And we're going to do more toe touches, reaching your right toes out. Inhale, lift. You feel some shakiness, your body's active. Draw your navel in, exhale, tap. We're going to bring 8 taps here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back to all fours. Lowering our body all the way down to do more half locuses. Reaching your palms all the way up. Inhale, left arm, right leg, and head, and then switch. Inhale, lift the left side. Exhale, release. Inhale, opposite side, and release. 2 more each side. Inhale, left hand. Exhale, release. Inhale, right hand, left leg, and release. 1 more each side. You got this. Inhale, release. And inhale, release. Awesome. Walk your hands back, placing your elbows underneath where your shoulders are for Sphinx. Bring your gaze forward. Maybe if you want, you can take your gaze to look to your left foot. And then back around and bringing your gaze to the right foot this time. Then back to center. Noticing where your body meets the mat and the floor, pressing firmly into the palms, bringing mindfulness here. All right. Place your palms where your elbows are, press up, and then walk your hands forward to lower and melt your heart down, puppy posture. Peek if you need to. Breathe here, a couple breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our hands back up, bring our knees together, walking it back to child's pose. Swim those palms back. Breathe here into the shoulder blades and lower back. You're doing wonderfully. All righty. Walk onto all fours and we'll meet in down dog once again. And this time we're walking our hands back to our feet. So we're meeting on the back side of our mats this time. This side, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now, take a very slow take this very slowly as you roll it up. So nice and slow, inhale, and we're going to roll all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose, and just notice every vertebrae roll up as you make it to the top. Last thing to move up is the head, so take your time getting here. Palms to your side, facing forward, heart's lifted. Take a moment to notice how you feel. All right, keeping your face and gaze forward. See if you can't take 1 or 2 steps without looking down. Just take a couple steps until you're at the middle of your mat. A little trust here. And then you turn to face the long edge of your mat. All right. So from here, we're going to go into wide-legged fold. So bring your feet nice and wide here, toes parallel. We're going to inhale, spread our fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, swim them down, bring them to the hips, and hinge here to dive forward. See if you can't bring your fingertips to the floor. It's okay if you can't. Just breathe here. When you're ready, maybe take your fingers and walk them slightly to the right. Finding a nice stretch in the right calf here. Exhale back to center. Inhale, walk your hands to the left this time. And exhale back to center. This time we're going to do the same position. So from where you are, you're wanting to bring your toes to pivot outward on both sides to point at the corners of your mat. Peek at me if you need to. So this time we're going to walk our hands to the right and bend the knee for a side lunge here. Breathe here, breathe into that hamstring area, the hip flexors. Maybe baby pulses here. Straighten that leg, bring your hands back, and then walk your hands to the left and bend the left knee. We're going to do it once more on each side. Do them beautifully. Inhale back to center. Walk your hands to the right. Use your hands to support you. Exhale. Inhale back to center. And to the left this time. All right, inhale, bring yourself back to center, pivot those feet back to parallel. We're going to inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Now, listen closely, bring your hands to your hips here, squeeze those legs firmly into one another, and roll up and with your inhale. Draw those abs, we are strong. All right, from here, pivot out the right foot only, bend into that right leg here, and elongate the arms to either side, warrior two. Now, pulses are optional here. If you want to pulse here, you can, but that's completely optional. But just focus on making sure your front knee is above the front ankle, head over heart, your heart over pelvis. Nice, strong warrior two. All right, straighten that front leg, pivot it, bring your hands to heart, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Shake your head, yes, no. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to hips. Squeeze the legs in together and roll all the way back up. And this time, pivoting your left foot to the left this time. Bending that left knee to guide your body forward. And lift your arms parallel to the floor, warrior two to the left. Optional baby pulses here if you wish. Just to build a bit more fluidity and flexibility here. A little buoyancy. Breathe. You're feeling alive today. We are awake. We made it to yoga. We are soaring high. Beautiful. All right, straighten that leg. Bring your hands to heart. Pivot that left foot back in. Heart's lifted. All right. Bring in the heels. Both of these toes are focused on the outer corners this time. Knees, when you bend them, they should be pointing out towards the toes. So from hands to heart, you can inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees. This is goddess pose. Inhale, starfish. Reach all the way out. Exhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees. A little lower this time. Inhale, lift up. Starfish, wiggle the fingers. And exhale, bend the knees. Nice and low. See how low you can go. Keep your knees nice and wide. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Keep your feet where they are. All right. So we're going to bend the knees from where we are here. Place your palms on your thighs and stretch your right shoulder to start to the middle of the floor here. You obviously don't touch the floor, but just stretch your right shoulder here. Should feel really nice. Back to center. Switch. Left shoulder down. And bring it back to center. Inhale, straighten the legs. Arms up to the sky. Heel toe your feet together. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. We're going to meet at the front of our mats now. For one last vinyasa. Inhale, swoop the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Halfway lift your version. Inhale. And exhale, plant the palms, bringing back one foot and another. Option to lower to cobra or chaturanga, half push-up, to upward facing dog. And we're going to meet in our last child's pose here. So legs together or knees apart, whichever is best for you. And then lower your foreheads down, swimming your hands behind you or keeping them extended in front of you. Breathing into the shoulders, breathing into the low back. Maybe swaying your forehead one side and another for a nice little forehead massage. Taking stock of your practice from today. One or two more breaths here. And when you're ready, lift up and we will meet in a seated position. Legs out in front of you. All right. Before we do anything further, just take a moment to stretch your wrists. You can do some thriller arms and wiggle the fingers. You've worked a lot with your hands on the floor, so just give your hands and wrists a little love here. All right, so we're going to do half rollbacks. The way to do that is to reach your hands away from the body. Keep your shoulders plugged in, though, and you bring your navel in as you roll back just halfway, point your toes away, and lift back up. So lower, you kind of curve that tailbone down underneath, and lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Two more. Inhale to lower. Halfway. Exhale to lift. Last one. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Gorgeous. From here, we're going to roll all the way back now. Just take your time getting here till we're all the way down. And we've made it onto the floor. So for here, we're going to do a little bit of ab work, just a little bit. Bring your hands to interlace behind the head. Thumbs kind of relaxing on the sides of the back of your neck. I want you to lift one leg up into the air and then the other. And I want you from here to inhale, exhale, draw the navel in, lift your head and shoulders off the ground. And inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders. Try to keep your elbows nice and open here. And exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale to lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. All right. From here, keep your hands where they are, elbows nice and wide. We're going to lift them up just halfway this time, and we're going to lower one leg, keep the other lifted, lift that leg, and then switch. We got 5 on each side. So that was 1. Lower the right. We're engaging our core here. Our core brings us our balance. 3, 2, you're doing great. Got this. And 1, last leg. Gorgeous. Bring those knees in. Give yourself a hug. You deserve it here. All right, lower everything. Keep your knees bent though. All right, so we're doing a couple of bridges here. So we're gonna reach our tailbone up to our knees, lift our glutes up off the mat, and reaching our pelvis towards the sky. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale once more, lift a little higher, and then roll it down with your next exhale. Just 1 more. Press into the mat. Inhale, lift off the mat. You're doing beautifully, friends. Maybe you interlace the hands behind you. Maybe you shimmy the shoulder blades together. Lift, breathe in and out. Inhale, release the palms and slowly roll down with your exhale. All right. Keeping one leg bent, you want to elongate. Let's start with the right side. Keep your toes nice and active, and just pull your leg towards you. You can pull at your thigh, or you can pull at your shin and calf here. Just getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Wiggling the toes. Rotating the ankle maybe. And when you get a moment and you're ready, cross that right ankle and place it under or onto your left thigh. Now let's thread the needle, wrapping our hands around the left thigh here and squeezing it in towards our chest. For a great glute stretch here. If that's not enough, you want a little more, go ahead and pull at the shin bone. Breathe deep. Maybe a gentle sway from side to side. And release. We'll switch now, keeping the right knee bent, lifting the left leg long, and bringing that leg in towards the chest. Keeping shoulders nice and glued down. Maybe find a gentle sway with the leg here, so you can get at all angles. and cross that left heel and left ankle to the right and reaching your right hands through and pull. Maybe a gentle sway here, giving your low back a massage, a little love. And release. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Elongate your arms out both ways and then lower your knees to the left side for a twist. Maybe you take your left hand and guiding your right knee down. You want to make sure both shoulder blades are nice and glued down here. Breathe into the belly. Find ease with every exhale. All right, bring your knees into the chest once more. And then to the right this time. Bring your knees down. Bring your gaze to the left or keep it nice and centered, but make sure both shoulder blades are grounded. Breathe here. Nice slow breaths. All right, back to center. Option for a little yogi freestyle here. You could do, you can go back in the video and repeat anything that you saw today. You could do some cat-cows. You can do some happy baby, supine butterfly, plow, you name it, whatever works for you. And when you're ready, we'll meet in Shavasana. Resting one leg and the other, letting them spill out. Relaxing your arms, palms facing the sky. Take this few moments here to embellish the nourishment that is today's yoga class. Find ease. I'll conclude in just a few moments, but for now, just follow your breath from moment to moment. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing your awareness back into the space. Bending one knee and the other, we're going to roll over onto our favorite side and slowly press up to seated. We end our yoga classes with gratitude, thanking ourselves for showing up, thanking ourselves for practicing, and for witnessing the mindfulness in every movement we made. And I thank you, my friends, for being here, for practicing yoga with George Ethan. And thank you, Wilkes Recovery Revolution, and thank you, Hive Fitness Studios, for helping make this all possible. So with that said, I close by bringing our hands to our heart center in Anjali Mudra and bowing and say, Namaste. Thanks everyone so much for joining in today. Again, check out wigsforkids.org if you're interested in donating hair. And I know it makes such an impact, so be sure to check it out. If anything, they do take monetary donations as well. These are nonprofit organizations, and just know that you are really making a difference by contributing. So thank you again for joining in. Catch us next Saturday at 11 a.m. at Hive Fitness Studios, and I'll see you next time.